Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are tuning in from. Today is another wonderful day because the world is celebrating Literacy Day. Wow. We are here today with the unique, excellent, eloquent uh, executive team from Croatia. They are going to share their insight about today's uh, auspicious day. So it's going to be a moment with all of us. So don't go nowhere. All you need to do is just grab a cup of coffee or better off to keep you going while this event while we continue. Okay, so before we proceed, I would really want to appreciate everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Uchelin. I'm and chairperson of 24 Digital Skills Nigeria, also an educator. So, your favorite host, stay put, don't go nowhere. I would like to welcome our, let me start with Her Excellency, Professor Vedrana Sarek. She is the president and project director to 24 Digital Skills Croatian team. Thank you so much, Her Excellency, for all you do to empower every voice in your community, you know, for your wonderful leadership. You've been doing job, I must say. Thank you so much for being here today for all of us to celebrate this auspicious day. And let's welcome the Deputy Director, Her Excellency Jelena. Sorry if I didn't pronounce your name so well. Do not crucify me, okay? Thank you so much. Welcome back. I know that uh, you have resumed back, okay, to school. Welcome. I would like to welcome Marija. Marija, welcome on board. Iris, wow, welcome back from your holiday. Ivana and Marija that are yet to join us. Oh, okay, she's there. Thank you, everyone. These are speakers that are going to share with us on the thoughts about this wonderful day. But before we proceed, I would like to go over to the social media joining us uh, from across the globe. Let's welcome them. Let's go over to the social media to welcome educators, those that are just celebrating this auspicious day with us. Okay, let's find out the first person that just tuned in. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I've seen the first person that. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm having some technical glitches, but it's never going to stop us. Today is a auspicious day, and everyone is celebrating this. Every country in the world is celebrating this special day, Literacy Day. It's very, very important in our lives. So let's welcome Anna from Romania. Okay, so we have uh, Palash. Welcome. Okay. Sorry, the network is freezing up on me, but it's okay. Let's welcome Marina from Georgia. Welcome on board. We have Dr. Taiwo from Nigeria, 24 Skills Country Director, Nigeria. Welcome. We have Mohammed. Please tell us where you are tuning in from. Mohammed from, tell us where you're tuning in from so that I can equally address you properly, okay? This is Marina. Marina from Georgia. Welcome on board. We have Yasmin from, I don't even know the country. Please tell us where you are tuning in from. Okay, we have Professor Anju Kumar all the way from India. Namaste, Namaste Ji. Namaskar. Thank you for tuning in. And we have Mia. Mia is tuning in uh, from our YouTube handle. Welcome as well. Okay. We also have our ambassador from Ghana, Fred Gabo. Welcome, Fred. And okay, welcome everyone on board. And with this, we declare this event open. Okay, I think I'm going to go back to the studio to hand over the mic and stage to the president and project director, 24 skills, Croatian team. I'm so sorry, I'm freezing up. The network is not that strong. It's freezing up. I'm so sorry about that. So this year's International Literacy Day will be celebrated as I to you, depending on the time zone, is celebrating all over everywhere. And this year's team is transforming literacy. It's going to be an opportunity for stakeholders to rethink the fundamental importance of literacy learning spaces to build resilience and ensure equality, equitable, and inclusive education for all. So welcome on to stage Her Excellency Professor Vedrana Sarik. The stage and mic is all yours now.
Hello to all. Thank you so much, Dr. Uche. It's a great pleasure to be here today, and my team will share knowledge about literacy, and it's a great topic. I hope that all can. Sorry.
Okay, I think she's having some. Lina, please, could you take over from here? Unmute
Sure.
yourself. The mic and stage is all yours.
Can you hear me? I want to welcome all the participants.
Yeah, perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to thank our team. And Dr. Uche, if we are ready to go, my presentation is going to be the first one. It is, so if I may share.
Yeah, go ahead. Screen. Go ahead, please.
Okay, am I sharing?
Yes.
Can you see well? Okay, thank you very much. So on today's webinar, we wanted to celebrate World Literacy Day. Today is the 8th of September, and that is the day that the World Literacy Day is marked and celebrated. As I will talk about this topic first, I will introduce the definition, say why it is important and how it benefits an individual and the society as a whole, and briefly present several kinds of literacy. My colleagues will present some of them in more detail. So first, I'd like to start off with two definitions of literacy. The first one has been provided by UNESCO. Literacy is the ability to identify, understand, analyze, create, communicate, and compute using printed and written materials related to various contexts. The other definition has been provided by the UK National Literacy Trust, and it says that literacy is the ability to read, write, speak, and listen in a way that lets us communicate effectively and make sense of the world. Now, why is literacy important? In order to be intellectually critical in interpreting the things that you can see and experience, so that we can decode and have a deeper understanding of how things are and how they work. And also, literacy is important because it empowers us in order to affect change to ourselves and to others. So, how can literacy improve lives? Literacy not enriches enriches an individual's life, but it creates opportunities for people to develop skills that will help them provide for themselves and their family. It facilitates employment, therefore. In fact, it is a powerful tool against poverty as it lifts individuals out of it. Therefore, it contributes to the development, growth, and thriving of the wider community. Illiteracy directly affects an individual's health and well-being, so the importance of education on physical health is vital. Those without education are more likely to be vulnerable to health problems. For example, increased schooling reduces the risk of HIV infection. Literate women are 3 times more likely than illiterate ones to know that a person in seemingly good health can be infected with HIV. Literacy reduces mortality rates, and infant mortality rates drop significantly for women who have had at least primary education. It is estimated that infant mortality decreases 9% for every year of education attained. This is because girls and women are able to educate themselves on health issues, which can help reduce the cycle of poverty and mortality rates in the long term. So literacy empowers women and girls. The global illiterate population of young girls is 61.9%. So the importance of education for women, for young girls, cannot be understated. Breaking the cycle of illiteracy and improving self-esteem is crucial for women and girls in the developing world. By enabling them to become economically productive and independent, they become empowered and they can take control of their own lives. Increasing the emphasis towards women's education positively impacts on each generation through raised expectations and increased self-esteem. Literacy decreases crime rate. There is a clear correlation between adult illiteracy in crime. Literacy Together, formerly the Literacy Council of Buncombe County in North Carolina in USA, states that more than 75% in state facilities and 59% in federal correction institutions did not graduate from high school or can be classified as low literate. Literacy positively impacts economic growth beyond the local community. The impact of improving literacy not only has a positive economic impact at a local and community level, but the productivity of the workforce flourishes at country level too, by enhancing a country's economic strength by enhancing the workforce. Literacy also transforms students into citizens who are involved in society. And here is where us, educators, teachers, can contribute the world. When it comes to types of literacy, how many types would you say there are? Some authors believe that there are, some mention 1 literacy, some mention 3, 5, 7. Today, I will briefly try to present 13 different types of literacies. So to start off with the first one, here are the 13 types listed. Reading and writing, numerical, information literacy, financial, digital, media, health, cultural, scientific, legal, civic, social, emotional, and visual. Let's say a few sentences about each of them. Reading and writing is a traditionally understood literacy. The knowledge of letters, the ability to read and write, and lacking basic reading and writing skills is a tremendous disadvantage. These are all skills that can be and should be developed over time and should be practiced regularly, just like us teachers do. More than just knowing how to read and write, it is very important to be literate in understanding and communicating what you have read, and then you can express yourself through writing. The other kind of literacy, numerical, or also known as numeracy, is does not only imply or does not mean only complex things like skills like algebra, for instance. It means being confident in using the basic maths in everyday life, in real life situations. So the ability to apply mathematical skills in to solve problems, to manage money, to weigh properly, to measure things at home, to work out how many minutes there are until your next train, or to increase recipe ingredients, for instance, to serve extra guests, and so on. Information literacy is a set of abilities requiring individuals to recognize when information is needed and have the ability to locate, evaluate, and use effectively the needed information. So a transformational process, which was first described by Abbey Locke, where the learner needs to find, understand, evaluate, and use information in various forms for their own personal gain. So this can include personal, social, or global purposes. Financial literacy is the ability to understand how money works in the world, how you can manage your money, how you can earn the money, how you can invest it, donate it, how to balance your own budget, understand the terms of income, outcome, expenses, savings, retirement, credit, interest rates, and so on. Digital literacy means being able to critically use technology to navigate through various online forums, devices such as smartphones, laptops, tablets, desktop PCs, and understanding how technology works, and then being able to creatively use it and inventively manipulate it to solve problems. The definition of digital literacy actually encompasses a wide range of skills, and all of which are necessary to succeed in today's digital world. As print mediums begin to die out, the ability to comprehend information found online becomes more and more important. And contrary to popular belief, young people are not necessarily digitally literate just because they are competent in using technology. So it basically depends what they use it for. So let's move on to the next one. Media literacy. According to the National Association for Media Literacy Education, it is the ability to access, analyze, evaluate, create, and act using all forms of communication. Media literacy means anything from interpreting emojis to understanding underlying messages in, for instance, online advertisements, to producing virtual video content and recognizing sponsored content. So to be able to think critically about what you see, hear, and read in the media. We've come to the concept of health literacy, and it is the type of literacy that allows you to understand the healthcare system, such as medications, communicating with doctors and specialists, getting the necessary help, and having poor health literacy skills is dangerous because it can result in taking incorrect medications or missing your appointments and so on. Culturally literate person is able to talk and understand others of that particular culture with fluency, while the culturally illiterate person fails to understand the culturally conditioned allusions, references to past events, idiomatic expressions, jokes, names, places, etc. The benefit of having a good understanding of cultural literacy is knowing how to avoid misunderstandings and communicate well with people of other cultures. And knowing your own cultural literacy makes you more empathetic and aware of others. Scientific literacy is understanding of scientific concepts, phenomena, processes, units, methods of measurement, statistics, being able to interpret scientific facts and their meaning. Also, it is, some say, the basic understanding of core scientific subjects or fields such as physics, chemistry, biology, ecology, and so on. Legal literacy, or also called legal awareness. The Canadian Bar Association defines legal literacy as the ability to understand words used in a legal context, to be able to draw conclusions from them, and then to use those conclusions to take action. The ability to make critical judgments about the substance of the law, the legal process, the available legal resources that an individual can effectively utilize the legal system for, to articulate strategies to improve, to empower an individual regarding issues involving the law. Civic literacy is the knowledge and skills of how to actively and effectively participate in the local community and society through knowing how to stay informed, how to understand governmental processes, and knowing how to exercise the rights and obligations of citizenship at local, state, national, and global levels. Social literacy is the acquisition of social skills, knowledge, and human values that enable one to connect effectively with those around us. With our family, with our peers, teachers among themselves, students among themselves, it includes the acts of sharing, cooperating, listening, respecting other people's personal space, eye contact, and manners. Emotional literacy is a key aspect of emotional intelligence, which means our overall ability to deal with emotions. Emotional literacy focuses on how we communicate our feelings and how well we can read other people's emotions. Whilst some children will naturally be comfortable doing this, others might need more encouragement and support. Without emotional literacy, children will struggle to express their feelings appropriately and might be confused or alarmed by the emotions of others. Visual literacy is basically visual reading, the ability to read and to create visual images. But that means more than just good eyesight and the ability to read text or written language. It is a concept that relates to art and design, but it also has some wider applications. Some common examples are, let's say, being able to read and interpret graphs, graphics, photographs, drawings, illustrations, diagrams, charts, maps, also signs on the road, and so on. But also body gestures and facial expressions as well. So some of them do interlap. Visual media is a linguistic tool with which we communicate, exchange ideas, and navigate through our complex world. And the term of visual literacy was actually defined in 1969 by the founder of the International Visual Literacy Association. And digital technology has greatly impacted our understanding of visual literacy. And now we see, because now we see children growing up with tablets and laptops, computers, and what appears to be highly developed visual literacy instincts. Okay, so now we've come to the 21st century literacies, or the modern day literacies. The various digital age literacies apply to the more traditional academic disciplines of reading, writing, mathematics, sciences, social studies, history, and the humanities. And the goal of all teachers is to promote higher order thinking skills in their students. So incorporating digital age literacies and technology into lessons and activities is a sure way for teachers to facilitate their students' construction of knowledge and learning and meaning. So a modern day learner needs to be a self-directed, ready to be a lifelong learner, needs to be a visionary leader, needs to be a good collaborative communicator and aware manager, a performer, a healthy human, a caring global citizen, and a flexible and, above all, critical thinker. I want to thank you all for your patience and the attention that you have given me, and I would kindly like to ask you to fill out my evaluation form, as it is important for us teachers in Croatia to have positive feedback on our speech. Thank you so much for your attention.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Jelena, for this wonderful presentation. They're very insightful. Honestly, we have different types of literacy, media literacy. We have virtual literacy. We have emotional literacy. We have, and so many of them. Thank you so much for having, a kind of remembered us or call our attention to different types of literacy that we have in the world. There are so many of them. And please, thank you so much for that insightful presentation. the link will be shared to the comment section so that people will so that you get feedback from your
Thank you
presentation.
so much.
I think
Mhm.
have you okay?
I
Could
have
you please
shared it
share
and
it
I
so
see
that
that.
the links?
Thank you so much.
Okay, okay, okay. I think I'm going to share it once again in the comment section. So let's go over to the comment section to see what viewers their thought on today's auspicious event occasion. Uh, all over the world, today is being celebrated. People are celebrating the media International Media Literacy Day. So please, we really need your thoughts. What do you feel about our speaker, what she had just said? You have different types of literacy. Please drop your comments down below, okay? The comment section. Okay, let's check out some reactions from our viewers. Let's see what they have to say. Today we really today is a very interactive section. Okay, I'm coming. I will need to read it out. We're going to, at the end of the day, announce the top contributor. This is an interactive session. We really want to know your thoughts, okay, or what do you think that this today should be? How do you have you started celebrating it? How is being celebrated in your country? Could you please drop it on? So let's see what the viewers have to say. First of all, let me start with this person. Oh, my network, not now. Okay. Okay. Let's start with His Excellency Innocent from Nigeria. He's a country director to Infodigy Skills and he's executive board of director to Infodigy Skills Nigeria. So great teachers keep imparting knowledge and changing the world positively. Much the teachers what they're doing is impact, and we are I'm a teacher as well. We are building the nation, we are changing lives, and we lead and others follows. Thank you so much. Let's remind ourselves that today is so special, most especially the teachers that are doing an excellent job in their various community. Okay, this is not coming well because of the network. Thank you so much, Executive Director, Arab World. Ami, thank you for Professor Anju from India. Namaskar. Let's see what she has to say on this. Yes, gentlemen, very well explained how literacy affects and improves lives. Very nice. Female literacy, male education is very important. It is believed that if you educate your son, you only educate your son, but if you educate your daughter, you educate an entire family. And I must add this to that, you educate the entire nation and world. Thank you an excellent contribution. Okay, let's move on. We have Professor Adli from Egypt. Let's see what he said. Okay, so great and excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, we have Mohammed here. He said, excellent presentation about the literacy. Yeah, she nailed it. It's crystal clear. All right, we have Dr. Hanan Abbas from, let's see what she has to say. Okay. It's coming up. So sorry, it's not fast. My network is actually running over here. So it's affecting the strength of the network. Okay. Dr. Abbas, she said some people educate to achieve a kind of social mobility. Women education point is so important as in many countries. Yeah. They do not educate girls and women. Happy Literacy Day. Thank you so much. Happy International Literacy Day to those that join us. All you need to do, right, this is a very important topic. Let's share our thoughts on this subject matter. share this live event, share to your timeline or your profile so that your friends, your colleagues can join us as well. We all really need to interact with each other, to learn with and from each other today as well. Okay, we have our executive director here, executive communicator Arab World. He said, World Access Day, okay, 8th September is the day proclaimed by on 17 November. The day was first celebrated in 1966. It aims to highlight the importance of knowledge acquisition for individuals, communities, and societies. Approximately 781 million adults live with a lack of achievement skills on the planet. Two-thirds of that number are women. So bad. So bad. That is why we need to educate a girl child. Okay? Because once a girl is being educated, the whole nation has already gotten the quality and equitable inclusive education that they really deserve. Please, let's this campaign is a clarion call for everyone so that the girl child will be educated all over the world, not just only in Africa, but all over the world. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Okay, and let's see another comment. We have another ones here. So great and excellent. Thank you, best wishes and success and sent to you, sir. All right. I'm just going through to see if there's any question, but there's no question. It's only reactions. Okay. Very beneficial session. It's very. We really need this at time like this. Okay. We have another person. There's so many comments here. Let us remember one book, one pen, one child, one world. Yes, this is a notable quote. Thank you so much for reminding us. Uh, all right. Okay, let's see what Fred, Ambassador Fred, about this lovely and illustrative presentation. Did a great job. Click on the feedback form. Okay, her presentation is very important. Okay, all right. Click on the feedback form is already being shared in the live comment section. Is there? Click on it or copy it and paste on your web browser to fill in the form. Okay. The form is not active. There's another as well.
It is
Okay.
active. It is active. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind comments.
Please refresh your web browser. Okay, it's working, it's active. This is the first time we got to know about Tracy. Thank you. You see that's the first thing that I just mentioned. We in any way, anytime that we are here in this platform, we are here to learn with and from each other, even me as well. I just mentioned I never knew that they're up to like 8 or even more than that. Some it don't depend on the theory of different people. And today we are more than 5. Okay. Thank you so much, Jelena, for that wonderful, insightful presentation. I'm not the only one that feels that way. Okay. Thank you. We have Nana from Georgia. Uh, sorry, my network is not nice to see and hear you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Please, if you ask your question, okay, we have 24 digits Nga Kashlava from Georgia. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Please, it's working, it's active. All you need to do, refresh your browser, web browser, okay? Copy and just paste it in your web browser. It's working. Okay? So Literacy is essential for proper social and individual human development. Yeah, basic literacy skills equip individuals to transform their lives by improving their overall standard of living and in turn improve the standard of living for the whole community, nation and world at large. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Oh, we have a lot of contributors today. We will know who is going to go with the top contributor. All right, we have executive director, branding and communication. He said, come up, please. We must be ready to learn, unlearn, relearn. Yeah, we need always. Yeah, that's why we are here in this platform doing that. Thank you for reminding us. We really need that. Okay. We officially welcome everyone, those that are just tuning. Uh, okay, there's so many comments. Oh my god. Okay. Please, if I skip yours, do not be mad. Please, all you need to do is just to click on the phone to evaluate the first speaker, okay? It's working. The form is actually working. All right, maybe it's the network issue. Okay, we have Dr. Kali here, Sharon. All have to get opportunity to learn, and we have to give more attention to girls to come in the front of of the entire nation. Thank you so much. Dr. already said that we should train the educate the girl child, because once you do that, the whole nation, you are not just educating the girl child but the entire world. Thank you so much for that wonderful. Please, let's get it coming. What do you feel about today's occasion of the International Day? And just like our first speaker, she had just said that we have different types of literacy. We have cultural literacy, we have visual literacy, emotional literacy, we have media literacy, we have so many of them. So please, what do you think? Drop them down in the comment section. So I'm going to go back to the studio to continue from where we left off. Thank you so much for being with us. Don't go nowhere. The second speaker will take the stage now. All right. So I'm going to hand over the mic and stage back to the Deputy Director. Jelena, please, the mic is all yours now. Okay, the present, she's back.
Iris, are you next?
Yes, I think yes. So
Okay.
let me share my screen first. Just a moment.
Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you. Can you see it? Is it visible?
It's coming on.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Just a moment. I have.
Yeah, it's coming up.
We can see it now, Iris.
So thank you, Yelena, very much. Okay, so just a moment. I will hide this notification. Okay. So good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, everyone. I'm going to talk today about two different topics. But first of all, I am going to introduce myself shortly. So I am an English and German mentor teacher from Croatia. I have 20 years of working experience with different age groups, young learners, teenagers, and adults. And I'm very enthusiastic about new ways of teaching, fond of digital technology, international projects. But one of the main concern and the thing that I pay attention to are also other aspects of my students' life, such as their well-being, emotions, and mental health. So that's the reason why I have chosen these two topics to talk about. The first one is health literacy, and the second one is emotional literacy. So, as you all know, taking care of our own health is part of our everyday life. And not just when you visit a doctor, clinic, or a hospital, but health literacy can help us, first of all, prevent health problems, protect our health, and better manage health problems when they arise in life. So what is health literacy? So shortly said, health literacy is a person's ability to understand and use information to make decisions about their health. If we say that a person is health literate, that means that they possess the following skills. First of all, it includes reading and writing. So you have to know how to read an instruction or related to taking medicines, or you have to know how to analyze doctors' recipes and so on. So the second one is calculating numbers. So you know also you have to calculate the time when you have to take your medicine and so on. The third one is communicating with healthcare professionals in an effective way. And the fourth one is using health technology. For example, if you have diabetes, then you have to use an electronic diabetes monitor. What are the consequences of low health literacy? So, low health literacy has been associated with less healthy choices, with riskier health behavior, with poorer health status, less self-management, and finally, when we talk about society, low health literacy ends up with higher health costs and inappropriate use of health services. We have to admit that building personal health literacy is a lifelong process. So, and we cannot say that a person is fully health literate. So no one is fully health literate. It should start at a very early age. That's the reason why our role of teachers is extremely important. So when we talk about the place where our students encounter with health literacy, first of all, it is home. They learn about healthy nutrition, they learn about hygiene. The second place where they learn about health literacy is school or workplace. And the third one is healthcare setting or community. Now I'm going to talk about Croatia and about the prevention programs that we have in our school. So I think that we teachers can do a lot related to prevention. We conduct drugs prevention programs, alcohol prevention, smoking prevention, diseases, different disorders, hygiene, healthy nutrition, and so on. So in my school, all teachers, so teachers of all subjects, conduct these programs together with psychologists and pedagogues. Since I teach children in puberty, I can say that it is a very risky period, life period, and they encounter with smoking, alcohol, and drug use. So I think that we can do a lot to improve their health literacy. So I will give you some activities that I use at school with my students in order to improve their health literacy. So we watch educational videos with real people, real addicts, about drug abuse, alcohol, smoking. I like showing them the real pictures of real people before and after addiction, because I want to shock them. And I think that the better way of learning is shocking them. Children talk also about their experience related to addictions, either in the family or in the community. I also invite guests such as doctors, psychologists, former addicts, but also parents who are doctors. But I think that this one is the most important. I always share my own experience about people I know who became addicts, or I share some other experiences, and I think this is crucial because after you share your own experience, your students trust you. So here is an example of pictures that I like to show them. So when they see these pictures, they really got panicky about drugs, alcohol. They don't want to lose their appearance, their nice face and so on. So you should also try to use that, and you will see that when they are visual types, and when they see such changes, they will think twice before they try drugs or alcohol. I also talk with them about eating disorders, anorexia and bulimia, and I also include real pictures. We talk about obesity versus healthy nutrition, okay, and the problems that can arise. So this was all of this was related to health literacy, but now I would like to talk about emotional literacy. As you can see here in this head, we come across many emotions during the day. So such as curiosity, enthusiasm, generosity, acceptance, loyalty, anger, peace, jealousy, guilt, frustration, etc. But our students also have all these emotions and experience all these emotions. I would like to highlight or accentuate the difference between emotional literacy and emotional intelligence. Emotional literacy is defined as knowledge about emotions, while emotional intelligence are the competencies related to emotions. So if you teach children emotional literacy, they will become more emotionally intelligent in the future. So emotional literacy includes, first of all, knowing your feelings. The second, having a sense of empathy for other people, learning to manage your emotions, repairing emotional problems, and putting it all together, emotional interactivity with other people. Why is teaching emotional literacy significant? As you know, social skills are not innate. They are learned and honed by throughout life. And the earlier we start, the more social intelligence and emotional literacy you acquire. So let's take a look at this picture. So this is a child on the left and an adult in the future. So 25 years from now, when your child has a job, for example, and has conflict with a coworker, they are going to need their emotional literacy skills. If they are not emotionally literate, they won't be able to tell how coworker is feeling. They won't understand why their colleague is angry with them, and thus they won't be able to solve the issue peacefully. That's the reason why teaching emotional intelligence is so, literacy is so important. So I will tell you some activities that I do with my kids. Some of them are younger, some of them are teenagers. They are different a little bit. At the beginning of each class or the beginning of the day, I always ask my students about their feelings. How they feel today, but I also express my own feelings, and I tell them if I'm angry, I tell them if I'm sad, and I tell them the reason as well. I also give them an activity of feeling log that is very helpful for introspection when they have to notice their own feelings. So they have to write down their emotions during the day, so throughout the whole week. So how do they feel in the morning, afternoon, or evening? We also play some feelings games. So they have to name one thing that make them feel excited, that they make them feel sad or angry. I made conversation cards with situations, different life situations, and they should tell me what would they do in such a situation, how would they feel, or how would other people react, and so on. I have also created praising cards. They can be given by me, by a teacher, or by their peers. For example, what is written? I'm glad you are in my class, or you were a great helper today, thank you. You made great choices today, way to go. So these cards make students feel accepted, and you always highlight what are positive qualities of them they possess. And the most important thing, as I have already said, is sharing your own emotions and feelings and life experience. When I share my experiences, I like to sit in a circle with them, but not only with parents. I also sit in a circle with, not with students, but also with parents, because they trust me then. The last thing I'd like to mention is mindfulness. So, as you probably know, it is the basic human ability to be fully present, aware of where we are and what we are doing at a moment, and not overly reactive or overwhelmed by what's going on around us. So if you do mindfulness activities with your children, it can help them improve motivation, self-esteem, empathy, decision-making, commitment, and interpersonal awareness. So research has shown that it enhances focus in children with ADHD. It improves mental health and well-being, improves social skills when well taught and practiced with children and children in puberty. I also have this habit to teach and learn outside, so they are more relaxed and fresh when we go outside. I also give them mindfulness bingo for 1 week or for a month. So they have to do these activities. For example, listen to a song you love, find something soft, feel the grass under your feet, help a family member. And when they do this activity, they have to cross it out. When I see that my students are really tired of learning, I have a just a minute, please activity when they relax and focus on the moment. So I tell them to close their eyes, to smile, to breathe in, breathe out, to count the lines on their hand, to sit still, and then after several minutes, they feel fresh and relaxed again. And I will finish with signs of burnout. I think that we, as teachers, sometimes feel these signs. For example, headaches, muscle tension, trouble with sleep patterns, feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, irritability or losing your temper, feeling depleted after work, sense of apathy or over complaining. To prevent this from happening, I would like to recommend some mindfulness activities that you can do as teachers and practice mindfulness yourself. So you can do breathing, deep breathing, cloud gazing, walk barefoot on grass, forgive people who make mistake, spend time in nature, plant, cook, do guided meditation, take a bath, take your dog for a walk, and so on. So I wish you all a successful and healthy new school year, and I hope that you will manage to teach emotional intelligence, emotional literacy and health literacy, because I find it really, really important nowadays. So the quote that I will say at the end is, every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best that they can possibly be. By Rita Person. So thank you very much for listening. And in Croatia, we have to have positive evaluation. So I would kindly ask you to fill in my evaluation form. I will put it in the chat box. Thank you very much.
Wow. That's really awesome.
Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you.
Bravo. Bravo. Please, I must urge everyone to click on this her evaluation form. It has been shared. Okay, please share to the comment section so that people will evaluate your presentation. This is really awesome. Wow. Out of what experience for me, I don't even really know what to say. You've just nailed these two types of literacy, right from health literacy and of course emotional literacy is very, very important. And the way you just narrow it down to a layman, everyone really in fact we can digest and assimilate it. It's crystal clear. That's the word. So thank you so much. Wow. So we have a lot of comments here. Let's check out on the comment section to see what our viewers what they said about your presentation. Let's go there. Okay. Sorry, there's a please if I skip yours, do not worry, okay? I'll still get back to that. We have a lot of comments here. All right, let's start with this. Come up. So because of the network is freezing. All right, it's coming up now. Uh, Dr. Khalid Sharan said, "Oh, I have to get opportunity to learn, and we have to give more attention to girls to come." Yeah, okay. I think I've already said that. I think that's where I'm going to start. All right, by Fred Gabo from Ghana, he said, "Indeed, no one is really health literate. Yeah, it is. It must for us to be just like kind of continuous process. Yes, we must make sure that our health must be on check, especially self, both our student, that of our students and us teachers as well, because most of the time we don't even have time to uh have our moments as a teacher, relax, have some fun because of the school activities and how strenuous it could be. Sometimes we don't even have time to check out on our health. It's very, very important. um okay, we have Professor Andrew here. Thank you so much. She's a psychologist, certified psychologist. Let's see what she has to say. Aris, ma'am, very well thought of. Yes, especially after COVID, we need. I'm trying to read what she said, but the network. Okay, it's coming up now. Sorry about that. My network is a bit slow. Yes, especially after COVID, we need to be very, very, particular about our health. Yes, just like what I've just said now. Yes, especially women, we are ever so busy. with our household chores, don't pay attention to our health. Because I'm talking to us, health literacy can help on the early screening of certain diseases, thereby helping to save some valuable lives. Wonderfully explained. Teenage and young age health related issues explained very well. Yes, she nailed it. That's why I said there's no point wasting time. Thank you so much. Uh, Please, all you need to do, click on the there's link that just been dropped there. Click on it to evaluate her presentation. Is very, very important. Okay, thank you. All right, let's see what executive director Innocent from Nigeria, branding and communication, he said, we need as much as enlightenment as possible on it's very, very important. Like people that work their butt out 247, that barely have time for themselves. Health literacy is very, very important to shake, especially the early stage of any ailment. It could be averted or treated. But when we don't even pay attention to all that, it will escalate to another level. It's very, very important. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Okay. Emotional literacy is quite useful, especially for teachers. Yeah, in this ever-changing world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have another one here. There's a lot of comments. I'm not sure if I'm going to go through all of them, but let's check this. The term emotional knowledge is often used in parallel with the term emotional intelligence, and sometimes they are used interchangeably. However, there are important differences between the two terms. Emotional knowledge was recorded as part of humanitarian education advocacy project in early 1970s. Wow, thank you for having taken us back 1970 for that. Thank you so much, Amy, for that wonderful contribution. Yes, there's something that Iris said that I'm still thinking is still, popping in my head using cards, praise cards. Yeah, words of affirmation sometimes could relieve some emotions. Praising cards, you see, brilliant way of motivating students to feel appreciated and encouraged to do more. Thank you so much for that amazing, wow, technique. I think I'm going to try that as well. I'm going to bring that to the table in our this our school new year. All right. Thank you, thank you. Please let's get it coming. And Fred Gabo from Ghana, he said, "Good work, very interesting ideas." Um, Thank you for sharing experience and knowledge. Okay, that is a present and project director, Her Excellency Riahi. He there from Tunisia, the president and project director Arab War. Thank you so much. There's a lot of comments coming here. Okay. Okay. We have there's a lot of them here because of the network. This session is about health literacy and emotional literacy. Yeah, the two topics that our last speaker shared with us is about health literacy and emotional literacy, and she nailed it very crystal clear. And thank you so much for that insightful presentation, Iris. Okay, thank you. Great webinar by Executive Board of Director, uh, Her Excellency Professor Dr. Amra, Special Education, EOB. Thank you so much, EOBD, 24 Digit Skills. She said, great webinar. Greetings from Bosnia. Thank you, thank you. And heartiest congratulations to Iris. It's not coming up. It's not coming through. You are absolutely on the, yeah, outstanding. Great presentation. I've already said that. I think you can hear that, Iris. You did great. Please do not forget to fill in that evaluation form, okay? It's there. Could you Could you please reshare? Okay, it has been reshared. Is there on the comment section? Please evaluate her presentation. Okay, click on the copy the link and paste in your web browser to evaluate her presentation. All right, let's see what Her Excellency Professor Azra from Iran, what she said. Please, this is an interactive session as we celebrate this day, reminding ourselves that literacy is very, very important. All thanks to the first speaker that mentioned about 8 types of literacy that we have. Okay. Emotional literacy or emotional intelligence are important factors in sharing knowledge in the useful way in our learning and teaching process. Yeah, totally concur with you. Thank you so much, Professor Azra. Okay, please, we have Her Excellency Global Secretary Arab World, Jazia Abidi. She said, great. Thank you so much. So with this, let me go back to studio to welcome the third speaker that we have this stage. Please stay put, don't go nowhere. More are coming. All right. So I'm back to the studio. The next speaker, please. The mic and stage is all yours.
Good evening, good
Anja,
afternoon.
could you please unmute yourself?
Yes, I have unmuted myself. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to you all. My name is Maria Gaurina, and I will speak with you about scientific literacy. I will share my screen now. Okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm sharing. Can you please say to me, is it okay?
It takes some time.
Okay, I will wait.
Mm-hmm.
Please just notify me if it is
Sure,
on.
sure. I'm monitoring it, don't worry.
Thank you.
It's coming. It will come up. It will come up in a jiffy.
Yes, okay. Is it okay? No?
It's not on yet, Maria.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Have you clicked on the window or on the Chrome?
Yes, on everything. Now I have, but it's because of the network, I think.
Yeah, probably. Try once again because nothing is
Yes,
happening.
okay, I will try once again to share the screen. Okay. Okay. Okay, do you see it now? I hope it's going.
We can't see it still. It's coming up.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Okay.
we can see it now.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, it's coming
you can
up,
see
it's
it
coming
now.
up.
Thank you. I will start the projection. Okay, let's go. Okay, as I said before, my name is Maria Gaurina and I'm coming from University of Split, from Faculty of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. I would like to thank to Dr. Uche and to you all for this opportunity to speak about literacy on this special day. I took scientific literacy because it is my topic and I work on this topic. So let me share you my knowledge about scientific literacy. I'm starting with quote, learning science is something students do, not something that it is done to them. Okay, you cannot done science to them. They can only learn science. And this was quoted in National Academies of Science, Engineering and Medicine in 1996. And one more cited. Students should develop an understanding of what science is, what science is not, what science can and cannot do, and how science contributes to culture. So if you read this carefully once more, you can say that scientific literacy is the knowledge and understanding of scientific concepts and processes required for personal decision-making, participation in civic and cultural affairs, and economic productivity. For this opportunity, I have chosen novel studies in the classroom, as I wanted to speak with you about representing scientific literacy in the classroom for the young students, and how teachers can help to achieve good examples of teaching scientific literacy. So science fiction novels are an excellent way to engage students in science ideas while also helping students to improve their literacy skills. Using novel studies in the science classroom will not only give students exposure to different perspectives, but will also help them to develop an understanding of how science vocabulary applies to so many events in their lives. There is a very little research out there about the usefulness of using novels in classrooms. Others have used novels and other types of formats to get students excited about science and science concepts, but very few have used novels to teach science concepts and also try to increase literacy skills among students in the secondary classroom. And this gives us a great field for research and to introduce scientific literacy through novels or other types of formats. So these are novels in my classroom. I will give you one example of novel that I use in my classroom. Of course, here I have used it in English. I use it in Croatian. I use novel as I assume you know, for this novel, Hidden Figures, written by Margot Lee Shetterly. And I have put here a picture, the main page of novel, and also I have put here a main picture from the video or movie that you also can look. So there are two different perspectives you can use to significantly accept scientific approach to students. This is one option is to use novel, and one option is to watch movie with your students. Of course, you need to have time, or you need to give time to your students to read or to watch the video. For those who do not know nothing about this film, I have written here that Hidden Figures is a 2016 American biographical drama, a film directed by Theodore Melfi and written by Melfi and Alison Schroeder. It is loosely based on the 2016 non-fiction book of the same name by Margot Lee Shetterly, and about African-American female mathematicians who worked at NASA during the space race. You know, space race, what it is, the space race. This is the race between Soviet Union and United States about exploring space and space traveling. Here, after I represent you what I am using in my classroom, I will here show you my worksheets. I have several worksheets. I have before you read or before you watch the movie, word study, comprehension questions, again, word study, and after everything, we have project about the film or about the novel. Here is the example of worksheet before you read. You can see here students can answer the questions below and name as many women scientists, inventors that you can think of. What do you think it means to be a hidden figure? What are civil rights? Name 5 civil rights. And here you can see that it is not only scientific literacy, it is a civil literacy, it is a media literacy. Every literacy that Jelena Kovacevic has mentioned before, you can adapt here. After this, you have word study, where you can define or give definition about some words that are used in novel, like engineering, climate, physics, aeronautics. And this is a good example how you can teach scientific literacy. Then you have comprehension questions, where students answer the questions below. For example, who were the Tuskegee Airmen, or something that is relevant for the book and also for your class, depending what you are teaching. You can see here we have chapter 1 to 3 or chapters 4 to 7. You can divide novel or film as you like it, or as you think it is optimal for the students to read. I don't know if they read 1 week, they can read 6 chapters, and then you can work on word study for 6 chapters or comprehension questions for these 6 questions. It is up to you what you want to do with your students and with the novel you have chosen. And for the final, I do it in 3 months, one on semester. You have some project. You think about some projects. I took here project Woman in Science project, and you write the students directions. Choose one famous female scientist from the list below and create a poster that includes a timeline of her life, her background, her contribution to science, and the other interesting facts. Images of each woman are included. You find the images of the woman and share your poster with your classes. And now you have a list of scientists that are options, and then you can have a formative or summative assignment for the student. Everything of this, what I have shown you, I have credits to Nitty Gritty Science and Dr. Erica Cohen that has taught me this. She has PhD in America, and she did a great stuff, and she's doing a great stuff with her students. And this is only one small part of her papers and her knowledge that she likes to transport over the world. So for conclusion, individuals will display their scientific literacy in different ways, such as appropriately using technical terms or applying scientific concepts and processes. And individuals often will have differences in literacy in different domains, such as more understanding of life science concepts and words, and less understanding of physical science concepts and words. Scientific literacy has different degrees and forms. It expands and deepens over a lifetime, not just during the years in school. And the least but not the less important, the attitudes and values established towards science in early years will shape a person's development of scientific literacy as an adult. So these are conclusions that I have. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Dr. Uche and Vedrana and my colleagues. If you have any questions, you can write me an email, and I'm kindly asking you, like my like speaker before, to evaluate this lecture. And I hope to see you again in the next webinar. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Maria, for this insightful presentation. I believe, please, could you copy the
Yes,
evaluation
yes,
form?
yes,
Okay, the
yes, I
link,
will
first
send
put
it.
it in the chat box so that our viewers can fill. All right, that's great. Please let's give her a drum roll about the scientific literacy. Honestly, it's supposed to, one thing about science is that it's not, oh, just like what you said, it has different degrees and forms, scientific literacy, because it will help the student, the young learners, when they were taught the terms are being used, they will still remember it throughout their lifetime. I could remember vividly when I was younger age, whatever my teacher taught me since then, I still remembering them. So it's very, very important that this is scientific literacy. We should, as a teacher, we should try to use more, especially those that are teaching science subjects, to incorporate that so that the students, they we can easily digest and assimilate that as well. So let's go back to the social media to see if there's any question or reactions. Thank you so much for, it's well explanatory and elaborate. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know why people are complaining about the form is not working. It's working. All you need to do is just to evaluate the presenters, the presentation, the performance is there, is working. Okay, just copy it and paste in your web browser. You can refresh your web browser. Okay, it's working. Okay, let's uh, His Excellency EOBD, branding and communication to strategy skills, he said, science is extremely important for development, and so having sufficient science literacy will go a long way in transforming our world. Thank you so much for this wonderful contribution. That's an interesting presentation. This is a nice way to arouse curiosity in the minds of students and they get to learn more. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know why it's not coming. It's network. Sorry. This is a nice presentation. Please, I'm reading it out from here. The network. This is amazing. Wonderful session. Thank you so much. Well explanatory. I've already said that. Thank you. The way you just break it down to carry everyone along. Okay. Let's see if it's going to display. Thank you. Scientific literacy is very important for our students. From Dr. Abbas. He's from Egypt. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. Uh, Aman said that you should resend the form. Please resend the form. Share the form again. Please, please. I urge you all to click on this evaluation form. Okay. Click on the link to evaluate the speaker, all the speakers. All the links have already been shared in the comment section. And Nana from Georgia, she said, thanks for interesting meeting. Uh, Greetings from Bangladesh. Thank you, Karim. Thank you, everyone that are just tuning in. Please share, click on this live event button to share, to invite people to join us. We still have a few speakers that we have the stage now. I think there is many like two or yeah. All right. Thank you so much. So we get back to studio to continue with the next speaker. So I'm back. The network is freezing a bit. I think the next speaker we are going to have now is Sanja. You're back. Sanja, could you please have the
Yes,
stage
I'm
and mic
here.
is all yours now.
I'm here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Uche. Thank you for this opportunity. It's a great pleasure to work with you. My name is Sanja Zrelic. My topic will be legal literacy. Just a moment, please. Do you see anything? No.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yes, it's coming up.
Do you see anything at all?
It's coming up. Don't worry.
We can see your screen being shared. So click on the card which you want us to see on the window. Sanja, dijeliš ekran, pa onda
Prezentacija?
čekaj, ide nešto sad.
Yeah, it's coming up. Just click on the in the middle of the screen and click.
I can see my
just click on the
presentation.
share button. It will come up.
Vidimo ono ekrana 100, znaš.
No.
Daj ovdje, šta imaš, PowerPoint ili šta imaš?
No, evo samo malo. And now do you see?
Yes, we can see it now.
Yes,
All you need
from
to
beginning.
do, is click in the just tab in the center. Yeah, it's up. It's up now. Thank you.
Internet connection is weak. Just a moment. From beginning. Do you see now?
Yes, we can see it now, Sanja.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So my topic is legal literacy. Hello once again, everyone. Good evening, good morning, and good day. My name is Sanja Zrilic. I teach at Secondary School of Economics, Vukovar. Legal literacy. Literacy describes itself particular ways of thinking about and doing reading and writing with the purpose of understanding or expressing thoughts or ideas in written form in some specific context of use. Literacy is critical in helping us make sense of our world from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep. We are constantly making meaning of the world around us. Legal awareness, sometimes called public legal education or legal literacy. It is the empowerment of individuals regarding issues involving the law. Legal awareness helps to promote consciousness of legal culture, participation in the formation of laws, and the rule of law. Public legal education, sometimes called civics education, comprises a range of activities intended to build public awareness and skills related to law and the justice system. Public legal education is principally aimed at people who are not lawyers, judges, or degree-seeking law students, distinct from the education of students in law school seeking a degree in law, which is often simply called legal education, and the continuing professional education of lawyers and judges, which is sometimes called continuing legal education. Goals of the legal literacy programs can be broadly divided in three types: educational, competency, and critical. Goals are in this table. First goal is to recognize they have a legal right or responsibility in order to exercise or assume it. So my first assignment is to students to recognize they have a legal right or responsibility. Then second goal, recognize when a problem or conflict is a legal conflict and when a legal solution is available. Know how to take the necessary action to avoid problems, and where this is not possible, how to help themselves appropriately. Then the goal is to know how and where to find information on the law and be able to find information that is accessible to them. Then next goal is to know when and how to obtain suitable legal assistance. Then have confidence that the legal system will provide a remedy. And the last, understand the process clearly enough to perceive that justice has been done. Methods adopted to promote legal awareness. There have been many cases where governments have promoted long-term legal literacy missions or awareness campaigns. An example of this, when institutions arrange legal literacy events. Legal awareness is achieved through camps, lectures, and interactive workshops or crash programs on the essential and elementary legal laws. Methods to promote legal awareness. There are some other methods, such as road shows, radio talks, street and theater plays, as well as the publication of relevant books, periodicals, posters, and charts that deal with particular laws. The distribution of pamphlets, brochures, and stickers. The display of paintings, illustrations in comics, and other ways to ensure publicity for various legal mobilization activities. There's also strategically located display boards in public places, railway stations, bus stations, marketplaces, in front of major government offices and police stations, are also used to help government officials, police, and the public to understand the spirit of law. Important institutions promoting legal awareness and legal literacy are bar councils, lawyer federations, and various NGOs take the lead in promoting legal awareness and legal literacy. In India, as per the Legal Service Authorities Act, the National Legal Service Authority has been designated to take appropriate measures for spreading legal literacy and legal awareness amongst the people. Research on legal literacy in secondary schools was conducted. The Meritocrat Association conducted it with members of Let's Exchange Knowledge team. It was a small research on legal literacy in secondary schools in our country. There was 20 secondary schools from Croatia took part in this research with sample of 272 students. It was conducted in second and fourth grades in order to find out how high school students cope with these topics in the middle at the end of their school education. The survey consisted of 21 questions from the field of constitutional law. According to the results they obtained, the average solution, that is, the accuracy of the answers, is total of 45.29%. The difference between the students of the second and fourth grades is visible. So the average result of the survey in the fourth grade is 48.1%. 88%, and in the second grade, 40.23%. So this is comparison of average results by class. Second graders, 40%, and fourth graders, almost 50%. Individual research results are also analyzing according to the topics. We can see that high school students know the most about the judiciary and its structure, and it is somewhat more difficult for them to distinguish how far they extend and what exactly are the power of government of the Republic of Croatia. So average scores by units are here. First is judicial power, then there is second executive power, the president of Republic Croatia, then constitutional court, referendum, then the question what is constitution, then legislative power, and at least executive power, government of the Republic Croatia, what students know the less. Distribution of students according to achieved results in the survey are not a surprise, given the fact that there is no systematic education in these topics within the school system. I believe that these topics are very important and that every adult citizen should know their basics. So in my school, we provided simulation of election for members of the Croatian parliament. It was held in the organization of the fourth graders. And first of all, on this photo, you can see the president of the election commission who took the oath. Then an election commission was appointed. This is election commission. There was two candidate lists were proposed. First candidate list was named Pivo, penguins from Vukovar area, and a second candidate list was called SOM, Party of Youth and Senior Citizens, who presented the election campaign in their prepared program to their voters. Voters were fourth graders and third graders and distributed them promotional materials. So this was the election campaign in the classroom. The election campaign was presented and their prepared program to their voters, as I said already, fourth graders and third graders, and distributed them promotional materials. An election box has been created. The next school period was an election silence, while voting was scheduled for the duration of the big break. After the voting, the bodies responsible for the implementation of the election, the electoral committee and electoral commissions counted the votes. By applying the Hond's method of calculation, the valid votes and the voters were converted into representative mandates. The victory in the election was won by the Pivo party, with 11 elected representatives headed by its president, while the SOM party won 3 seats only. The election results were announced by the State Election Commission. These were parliamentary elections organized in my school to raise the level of legal awareness among students. In this way, from an early age, we try to develop students' awareness of law, human rights, democracy, etc. Thank you all for your attention, and that would be all.
Okay, thank you so much for that insightful presentation.
Thank you.
That is legal literacy. Thank you. The brief is clear, and of course, is good for students to know about legal literacy. They are going to be guided as during the course of their learning in the school. So let's go over to the comment section to check some reactions before we proceed. Okay. Uh, Thank you so much, His Excellency EOBD, Branding and Communication, Innocent from Nigeria. He said, the network. Okay, it's coming up now. Having legal literacy will help one to know more about fundamental rights, and so one can operate within the confines of the law. Yeah. Thank you so much. I totally concur with what he has just said. A very interesting presentation by Nana, Her Excellency from Georgia. Very interesting presentation. Yeah, she did great. And Innocent also said, when students have clear legal literacy, they are able to stay guided as they learn. Yeah, of course. I've already said that as well. Thank you so much. Great meeting. Don't worry. Thank you so much. There are so many There's so many comments here. I think I'll be reading it as the network is freezing. You know, Innocent here again, he said, if we teach students legal literacy, they will be properly guided in their student unions, and that will also help them get into the wider world. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful contribution. And great presentation by Yogesh Rao. Thank you so much. From Professor Azra. She said, thank you very much for this great presentation. Okay. Could you please share your evaluation form on the chat box so that people will rate your performance, okay? So, as a lot of people are coming because of our time, let me get over back to the studio. There are so many comments here that are all really appreciating your presentation. So let's get back to the studio to wrap it up. So I'm going to hand over the mic and stage to our President Director, Her Excellency Dr. Professor Vedran. Are you there?
I believe she has some problems with the platform. So if I may continue, Ivana has already also been cut out from the StreamYard. So we have been asked, Iris and myself, to present her presentation, if that's okay with you.
Oh, okay, sure. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
I will share my screen. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to add that to the screen now. Yeah, it's coming up.
All right. So once again, hello from both me and my colleague Iris. Ivan unfortunately couldn't be with us now, but she has prepared this presentation. She wanted to introduce digital literacy to you. So Iris and I will read her presentation on her behalf. She is a teacher at elementary school
Sure.
in Ivankovo in Croatia. Iris, go ahead.
So what is digital literacy? Digital literacy is a term that includes various skills such as working with different software tools, using email and web browsers, using applications for online communication, accessing already existing digital content, creating your own digital content.
What are the benefits of digital literacy, both for students and teachers? It can promote academic growth. It teaches students how to effectively use digital tools in different areas of their lives. It expands students' knowledge and abilities, and it enriches teaching.
Digital literacy in the classroom. Digital literacy in the classroom refers to having the knowledge and ability to use various digital tools for educational purposes. Students can use digital tools to, for example, explore content for different subject areas, to connect with other students regarding academic topics, or to create their own digital content.
Digital literacy and students. So, firstly, the use of digital tools for learning. Teachers teach students how to use digital tools and how they can apply them in an educational setting. Digital tools can therefore simplify learning.
Effective content searches. Students can use the internet to search for information. Using digital literacy in the classroom teaches students effective strategies for finding credible information. Teachers can help a lot students identify when websites contain biased or misinformed material so they can avoid that information and find reliable content from relevant sources.
Thirdly, respect for others' opinions and ideas. Students have access to different content and the opportunity to communicate with people from all over the world on different topics and hear different opinions from people from different parts of the world.
Digital literacy and teachers. Digital literacy gives educators a chance to combine their educational and technological expertise. It helps students find and use information inside the classroom and in real world.
Several reasons that show the importance of teachers' digital literacy. Firstly, it improves students' engagement. Then it improves their academic performance. Thirdly, it creates more opportunities for collaboration. On the fourth place, it prepares students for the job market. And finally, it applies to most subject areas and fields.
It enhances students' engagement. Implementing digital literacy in the classroom helps keeping students engaged in their schoolwork. Technology is a common factor in their daily lives, as we all know, so therefore it is necessary to include students' knowledge of digital tools in the curriculum. For example, students can record video experiments or make a presentation instead of reading in written form.
And here is one example made by Ivana's students. And here are the explanations of the science that can be observed through these experiments. Okay, so we will continue.
So, digital literacy also improves academic performance. Digital literacy can improve students' academic performance. Creating their own original content can help students to understand the material better and make them more likely to retain the information. Digital literacy in the classroom allows students to express their ideas and discoveries in inventive ways, all while improving their ability to perform well academically.
It creates more opportunities for collaboration. Digital literacy provides them with even more opportunities for collaboration because students can create and edit presentations simultaneously on different computers, share and edit notes, discuss classroom topics through group messaging apps. These collaboration methods give teachers the opportunity to teach students how to communicate effectively through the use of digital literacy, which students can continue to use in adulthood.
It also prepares students for the job market. After high school or college, students may need to meet these qualifications in order to secure employment. Using multiple forms of digital literacy in the classroom can help students feel comfortable completing different digital tasks that employers might ask them to perform in the workplace.
It applies to most subject areas and fields, as previously mentioned. Teachers can use digital literacy in nearly every subject area. Depending on the subject area they teach, they can implement different literacy strategies tailored to the materials their students learn in class.
And finally, conclusion. So, digital literacy is still a new field for many, but it is important to develop children's digital skills as much as traditional literacy. Mastering digital skills, children will gain knowledge that can be used in further education.
On behalf of our colleague Ivana, who unfortunately was not able to attend this webinar today, we thank you for your attention and we kindly ask you to fill out her evaluation form. The link will be pasted in the chat box.
Yeah, thank you so much for that wonderful presentation prepared by Ivana. That's really awesome. I really love the activities, experiments. I really love that. I don't even when it stopped, I didn't even want it to stop, but it is what it is. That's really amazing. Digital literacy, in fact, it without digital literacy, I don't think that our students, our diverse learners will meet up with their counterpart and face the the words of, I mean the even the job yet to be created, and it prepares them for the job of the future. Honestly, it's really awesome that uh, we should try, no matter how little it is, to inculcate digital literacy onto our diverse learners. It's without digital literacy, I don't think we are living in a 21st century. Digital literacy is a must, a compulsory, because we have to move with the trend. So thank you so much. Let's go back to the social media to see what our viewers has to say about this digital literacy. That's an applause for her. I really love that student activities. Those experiments are awesome. Digital literacy, that kind of experiment will keep the students engaging. It will spark curiosity and empathy, brainstorming ideas to be able to identify real world problems and provide practical solutions for my comment section to open. Okay, it's not coming through. Okay, it has come through now. So let's see what viewers say. Please, the teacher last speaker's evaluation form has already been shared. Please kindly click on it to evaluate her performance on digital literacy. It's very, very interesting. Okay. So let's digital literacy by Isaiah from Kenya. She said it promotes communication and language development. Yes, it fosters communication, which is one of the core values of 21st century learning. It boasts that, and by Innocent, he said, digital literacy simplifies and makes learning more interesting, fun. Okay, it's going to be in the teaching and learning process. When once digital literacy is being applied there, it will be more fun and interesting. Students will be having enthusiastic attitude or approach to technological drive in the teaching and learning process. It will be more fun and invigorating. Thank you so much. Isaiah said, she said that it saves time and money. Okay, by Innocent again. Wow, Innocent, thank you so much for your wonderful contributors. You very contributed so well today. He said it has the ability to personalize learning and promotes collaboration. Yes, thank you. Isaiah said it captured the learner's attention. Funza, she said, congratulations. I'm also facing network challenge. It's everywhere. Network technical glitches is a global issues. We don't even know when it's about to do when it will happen. But I think that because of the weather temperature is affecting the strength of the network. It's even raining over here. I'm so happy to hear that it has not kicked me out from this studio. Okay, Professor Andrew, the psychologist, he said, congratulations for this wonderful webinar. Thank you so much for your wonderful contribution. And it has been an interactive session all the way. Innocent, again, he said feedback is immediate, and so it makes it more perfect for learning. Yeah, thank you so much. By Karim, he said literacy is the not end of education nor even the beginning. Yeah, it's not going to be the end. In fact, with digital literacy, is going to spark more. It cultivate critical thinking, just like that experiment by the student there. Did you see that? I was so curious. I was like, wow, what next? What will be the next? What is going to happen? So it sparks empathy, curiosity, and critical thinking. Digital literacy, honestly, is really awesome. Okay, nice presentation. Thanks. And because of the network. Okay, amazing day. Thank you so much, Uche. Thank you for being here with us out through. And we are wishing everyone happy International Literacy Day. I say, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Isaiah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm using the gender. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That's why I said, please, Isaiah Kiangui from Kenya. He's a man. He not she. I'm so sorry about that. Do not crime me, okay? All right. Meeting. Thank you so much. You guys did a great job. Okay. After now, we're going to announce the top contributor for today's event. The top contributor the person that really engaged us and contributed will going to win or be awarded with the top contributor trophy. Thank you so much, all the viewers, all the our followers, the educators that tune in today for to celebrate with us this amazing day. The auspicious day is International Literacy Day. Actually, it's been celebrated all over the world since 1976. Wow. So we really want to appreciate everyone, those that tune in, and most importantly, all the eloquent, the phenomenal, unique speakers. Thank you so much. You're awesome. You have your unique selling point is on, in fact, is on point. Thank you so much. I really want to thank the president and project director, Her Excellency Vedrana Sarik, for the uh, executive Croatian team. They really did great. Thank you all for coming here today to celebrate the today International Literacy Day. And I really, honestly, I have a lot of takeaways that I'm going home with. My basket is already filled up. I don't know about you. Hope you learn one or two things. I really want to appreciate the all the speakers. They did so well. Clear is clearly stated, and the presentation was so informative and insightful. And for me, it is a lot of world experience. Thank you so much. We are he who stops learning stops knowing. I've learned a lot today. So I don't know about you. You can tell us as well before you go what you've learned from today's webinar. The feedback feedback form has already been shared on this comment section. Could you please share your thoughts about today's uh, webinar? Okay, and once you fill the form, you are going to receive. It has already been automated. You're going to receive the certificate of participation via your email. Make sure you input the correct email. Let the email address you're going to use, let it be valid email address, okay? Because sometimes we'll be receiving a notification about mail not being delivered. Please make sure you input the valid email address, okay? All right, thank you everyone. So with this, I will get back to the studio to uh, call upon the speakers to share their parting shot before we now call it a day. Thank you once again. This one said it captures learners' attention. There's a lot of comments still coming through here. Congratulations to all speakers. They did great. Honestly, they did amazing. All the speakers nailed it. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to start with Jelena. Please, the stage and mic is all yours. Could you share your pattern shots?
I think Jelena is waiting in the background.
I'm here now. Thank you so much, Dr. Rucha. Thank you
Okay,
for the
backstage.
amazing.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you for the amazing opportunity, for enabling us to celebrate World Literacy Day with you all. Thank you to all the participants for your attention, for your kind comments, either in the chat boxes or in our evaluation forms. I wish everybody a good night, good evening, take a good rest, and thank you for being with us. Until some other session, warm greetings from Croatia.
Wow, thank you so much. I honestly, whatever you said, I'm just still pondering in my head. In fact, I have a lot that I'm going home with today. It has been an amazing all from the beginning to the end. There's a lot of information, very informative. So thank you so much for very insightful presentation. So I would like to call upon Iris to share her parting shot with us. The mic is all yours.
Well, I would also like to thank you, Dr. Uche, for this opportunity to gather us together again, educators of different profiles from different levels of education. So some of us are teachers at primary level, some of them teach at a university. And I think that only with sharing ideas, sharing experiences, we can become better in the future. So thank you very much, and thank you all participants.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thanks. In fact, everyone, a drum roll to all our speakers. Please let's motivate them, let's encourage them. You can use reaction emojis. Please use the emojis, okay? Reaction to just appreciate them. They did great. They nailed it. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So without you all, there will be no us, there will be no me, there will be no 24 Digi Skills. And for us to be here today to celebrate the International Literacy Day is really amazing. I'm honored and I'm so honored and humble to have the excellent experts speakers from his 24 Digi Skills Croatian executive teams to share their thoughts on this topic, various topic. Oh my God, there are so many topics that are being shared with us today. Different types of uh, emotional. Literacy. We have emotional literacy. We have legal literacy. We have so many of them. So many of them. Cultural. We have media literacy. We have digital literacy. We have, oh my God, so many. There's so many of them. Thank you so much. Honestly, they're all just coming through
Ne morate, ne
to
morate,
to
ne
all of us today. So
morate.
that's why we educators we should try to imbibe the attitude of gratitude. I'm just uh, trying to appreciate the good work that they did here today. To whom much is given, much is expected. Thank you so much, and we're so proud of you. And keep up the good work you're doing in your various schools, in your various community. So for us to ensure that no one is left behind, we need to enrich and transform existing learning spaces, through an integrated approach, exactly, and enable literacy learning in the perspective of, lifelong learning. Is one of the United Nations, one of the targets by United Nations come 2030, that every child will what left behind. No one will be left behind when it comes to learning in the teaching and learning process, inclusive, equitable, and quality education. So let's try to, whatever we can to, to inculcate this. These About 8 of them, right? Literacy is very, very important because education is passport to the future. Education helps to development of the nation. So let me start with this. When you educate a girl child, or yeah, it means that you're educating the whole world, the whole nation. So let's try to, especially when it comes to the health. Yeah, I've forgotten. Yeah, health literacy is very, very important, especially the girl child. Female teachers should try to, uh, uh, you know, create this maybe a kind of a forum for the girls child to let them know the importance of the, especially once they get when they will be getting to the puberty stage. Let them know the do's and don'ts to take good care of their health. And we should try also to, the cell, to be checking the self and emotional learning is very, very important to make sure that our students, our diverse learners, to check their emotions when they are emotionally down. Let's give them a kind of shoulder to lean on, and we should not be using the don't word at all times. Rather, let's use what we call positive reinforcement to correct them even when they will be going wrong, and we should not get in the way of their decision. They should be taking decisions on themselves. But as far as it's not going to jeopardize their career or their health. Okay, so thank you so much, all the speakers, those that tune in. Thank you, those that for your marks, for the contribution, those that got us engaging all through. Thank you so much. So we're going to review and present the top contributor for today. Thank you so much. And this week, since Tuesday, we've been, back to back event. 24 Digi Skills promotes sustainable United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 4, inclusive and equitable quality education, and to promote lifelong learning and best practices for all. So that's why we are here, bridging the gap of digital divide by integrating 21st century learning skills. I personally am building a sustainable ecosystem of lifelong learning and best practices. So it doesn't really, if you don't have a high-tech technology to try to inculcate or incorporate them in the teaching and learning process in your classroom, it doesn't really matter. Just make do. The resources you have available. It mustn't be a high-tech technology that use whatever that is available within your reach. Okay. To what matters is the impact. Are you impacting them positively with the use of technology? So we should try to explore new skills as teachers. We should try to, you know, try to improve in the use of technology. There's what we call self-taught. If you have these skills, that in turn you're going to transfer this knowledge back to your student, and you are preparing them for the future. I urge everyone to join us in this movement of digital skills today, future ready tomorrow. As we are doing so, you all be definitely will be blessed someday. So I will also would like to say congratulations to everyone, those that have been selected for MIES Part 2022, class of 2022-2023. Congratulations, everyone. And 24 Digit Skills, we normally weekly events. Our weekly events, sharing is caring uh, episode. We have a lot of episodes going on from English version and Arab. We have Arab version as well, where the speakers, Arab world speakers, will be sharing their thoughts on their philosophies, technology integration, SDG actions, the pandemic scenarios, and achievement, and so many more. Uh, why English version mostly on Thursday, but today we are celebrating the international. It's kind of a global celebration. It lies in the heart of both the regional and the country, even from the local levels as well. Okay, so this year is outstanding. We are transforming the technology. Thank you, everyone. So with this, I will say that join us tomorrow. I mean, next week for another event. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for now. Thank you so much and do have a wonderful day. And before I go, I will say Happy International Day, Literacy Day. Stay safe and do what I wouldn't do. Okay. Uche is signing out for now. Take care and bye bye. Do have the best week ever. Today is Thursday. All right. Take care. Bye.